Namaste. Welcome to today's class where we're going to take you through a Vinyasa Flow designed to work on the back. So we'll focus on back bending and we'll also focus on forward folds through this practice. Let's all begin together. Bring your hands into a Namaste. The first thing, focus on your sankalp or your resolution. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish by the end of this course, focus on that resolve, sankalp, stating it to yourself 3 times. Inhale, stretch wide open. Exhale, round the upper back. Inhale, stretch your hands up. Elongate, stretch the spine. Exhale, open out your shoulders, expressing the shoulders. Beginning to twist and twist. We are going to now start to warm up the body with Kapalbhati and Bhastrika Pranayam. So block one nostril, exhale out 10 times through the other. Other nostril. In Bhastrika Pranayam, we'll first start with this movement. After 10 of those, now active inhalation and active exhalation through the nose. And when you exhale, the stomach will go in. We do this 100 times of Bhastrika. The last 10 will be very rapid. And now, Ujjayi Pranayam. Inhale with a guttural sound through the throat. Hold the breath. Exhale with a guttural sound through the throat. So this 3 more times. Inhale. Internally you chant silently so. hold the breath, and as you hold the breath, the eyes are fixed at the eyebrow center, Shambhavi Mudra, to visualize your sankalp or resolve. Exhale with a guttural sound, internally chanting hum. 2 more times. So, visualize your resolve. Hum. The last time, silently so. Visualize. Exhale silently. Hum. This Ujjayi pranayam with the Soham chant is what you're going to do throughout the asana practice. Coming up to stand, our next kriya is Agnisar kriya. You're going to breathe in, blow out, and move your stomach in and out. Noli kriya. You're going to move your stomach in an undulating pattern. And the other way also. We do these in the beginning of the class just to stimulate the digestive fire. And now start to loosen out your limbs. This is known as Indandod. It's a very beautiful practice to ensure that stress doesn't accumulate in the body. And now we're going to stretch the body from head to toe. In every asana, there are 4 elements. 1 is the posture, so what your body is doing. 2 is what your eyes are doing, the gaze. We call that drishti. 3 is the Ujjayi pranayam. And every time you exhale, you pull up the pelvic floor, pull in the core. You're doing Mool and Udyan Bandha. And the 4th element is unique to the way we are going to practice. So when you inhale, you internally chant So. And when you exhale, hum. So hum means I am that, I am infinite. It will give you something to focus on during your practice. When we loosen out the joints, we call that as Pavan Muktasana, releasing the air in the joints. And we're going to go from head to toe. Without doing this warm-up, you're going to risk injury, and therefore we have an elaborate warm-up that we'll be doing before every asana class. Stretch the tricep, stretch your shoulder, rotate your wrists, start to open up the upper back, lats muscles, beginning to twist. We're going head to toe, twist and stretch, up and up, upper back, middle, lower back. Rotate hips, reverse, open out the side, and stretch. So fix your eyes, your drishti at a point, and breathe one. Change. And stretch. Do a backward bend to support your hip. Drop back. Drop forwards. Run your hand down the hamstring. With the legs a bit wider, we do a backward bend again. Support your hip. Open the shoulders. Tighten the glute a little bit. Now stretch the stomach muscle. And this time open out your legs and drop down. Start to twist and twist. Start to move here. Hold the opposite ankle and this ankle. With your palms on the floor, drop down to one side, touching the toe, and drop to the other side, touching the toe. Change. Once you're back in the center, just support your hip, push your hips back, just allowing the hamstrings to open. They can be quite stiff for many people, so we take that time. For some of you, dropping the elbows with the knees straight will be possible. Change. Now we come into a lunging movement. Drop your elbows down so that the back hip flexor starts to open. And drop the knee down, supporting your hips so the hip flexor continues to stretch. Change. Lunging. Drop your elbows down here. Drop the knee. Just allowing your hips to drop down. And change. Parvatasana, mountain. Start to bend one knee, other knee, one knee. Bend both and just straighten both your knees. Drop your knees down. Breathe in to cobra. Breathe out. Inhale, dip the spine. Exhale. And now start to open out the inner thigh. So with your elbow, push the knees out. Raise the hips up a bit so the inner thigh stretches. Change. From there, Hold the ankle at the back with both your hands so the shoulders also stretch. The thigh gets a stretch. And now the knee and ear. This knee, ankle, change. Thigh. Once your eyes fix at a point, then you have the balance. Rotate the knees. Reverse. Rotate the ankles. Reverse. And the other ankle. This has now completed our warm-up. So now you're safe to now move into practicing of Surya Namaskar. Now Surya Namaskar, there are different styles of Surya Namaskar. We're going to work first with the traditional style and then we're going to make one variation. Small change, but essentially the practices remain the same. So come to the front of your mat. If you're comfortable in another style, you can continue what you're comfortable with. Together we're going to chant Om Suryaya Namaha. Surya, literally the word means giver of energy. So salutations to the giver of energy. Om Suryaya Namaha. Breathe in. Om Suryaya Namaha. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, leading with the right leg. Exhale, Santolan or plank. Here, we drop down in a classical Surya Namaskar form to Ashtanga Namaskar without breath. Inhale, Bhujangasana with the elbows bent, hips on the floor. Exhale, Parvat. Inhale, the right leg in the front. Exhale. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale. Inhale with the left leg. Exhale. We're going to do 11 rounds. Drop your knee, chest, chin. Inhale. Internally, you've chanted so when you inhale. Exhale, you're chanting hum silently within in your mind. Inhale is so. Exhale is hum. You start to become more fluid. Utthita Namaskar. Padhastasana. Inhale, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, Santolan. Without breath, drop. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Parvatasana. Inhale, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, Padhast. Inhale, Hasta Uttan, Utthita Namaskar. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round like this by yourself. Inhale. And now, instead of doing Ashtanga Namaskar, we'll do Chaturanga Dandasana. And instead of Bhujang, we'll do Up Dog, Urdhva Mukh Swanasana. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. This is the 9th round. Chaturanga. Om Suryaya Namaha. All this is extra. We are going to begin from now. The first backward bend that we're going to start with is what we call as a sphinx. So place your elbows in line with your shoulders. Open out your fingers. Now stretch your legs at the back. Engage the lower back and just stretch it. Beginning to open out the lower back. Now as you push below your navel, that's your lower abs, as you push your lower abs into the flow, just start to stretch the elbows. This is a beautiful engagement for the lower back muscles. Slowly coming back down. The next asana that we take on is going to be Bhujangasana. So the palms in line with the shoulders, stretch the legs back. Inhale. With your fingertips, grip the mat as if you're pushing the mat, pulling the mat back towards you. With the lower back engaged, slow deep breathing. So this will not only stretch, but it's also starting to strengthen the lower back muscles. Soham breathing, Ujjayi. For the next posture, what we'll do is, we'll turn to the side. So breathe in, and just gently stretch to the side. Engage your legs. Tiryaka Bhujangasana. Rotated cobra pose. Coming back down. Take a breather. Inhale. And again, you're going to rotate to the other side, keeping your Soham breathing. Now we'll take up Urdhva Mukh Svanasana, up dog. Inhale, curl your toe, stretch, elbows are straight, the knees are barely skimming the mat. Engage your navel, pull your navel in so the lower back doesn't hyperextend. So pull in the core and slowly coming back. The next pose that we'll take is Dhanur Asana. So bend your knees. The bow pose. Now don't hold the feet, hold the shin. Now first engage your thighs and lift the thighs up. Then start to look up. Then take your legs away from you, opening the shoulders. Back down. From there, Ushtrasana. Support your hips with the feet flat. If you need, it can be curled. Otherwise, the feet are flat. Take one hand up and over. Stretch. Take the other hand up and over. Ushtra camel. Slowly coming back. And stretch the spine, yeah. And now we're going to start to strengthen the spine. So to do that, first lie down on your stomach. We begin with Viparit Naukasana. Right hand, left leg. Left hand, right leg. Do that once more, this time taking the left hand at the back. Change. Now, both hands and both legs. This is Viparit Naukasana. The next pose we'll take up is Sarpasana, snake. Stretch your feet, hand, hand. These poses are tough to breathe, but you've got to keep focusing. This time we'll do it with the legs up. And finally, Shalabhasana, locust. So place your hands underneath your pelvis. Raise one leg up with the chin on the floor. Now do both the legs up. Rest by placing your forehead on the back of your palms. Moving to Setu Bandhasana. So this is a combination of back flexibility and strength. So you're here. Raise your hips in the air, and with your palm, support your hip. The first half of our vinyasa is all back bends, and the second half will be forward folds. Soham and deep breathing. Interlock your hands. Engage your inner thighs so that they are pushing in. And now, Chakrasana or Urdhva Dhanur. So with the feet very firm on the ball of the feet and on the crown of the head, push up. Once you're there, just straighten out your legs. And coming slowly back down, crown of the head, and take up Pavan Mukta. So now we are done with our backward bends. Coming up. Drop your knees. We start with forward folds. In the last few days, we have worked a lot on this lizard pose because most people have stiff hips. So we spent time to try and open this up. In the forward folds, we're going to be working on hips, hamstrings, and of course the back. Deep breathing. Right now, we are opening the hips. Change the side. And from here, we move to Titliyasana. Titli means butterfly. With your palms, start to open out, just massaging the inner thigh. Releasing the fascia. Check if you can now drop the knees, stretch your elbows. Baddha Konasana, trying to drop forwards. Taking the legs a little bit more in the front. So now the inner thigh comes into play. Get your elbows ahead of your ankles. And eventually you want the head down. As we continue to open out the hips, bring the hip in. And now place the knee, so the right knee is on top of the left. Inhale, start to drop down. So you're putting a beneficial stress on the hips and glutes. Changing side. So first, this is a small version of Ardha Matsyendra. Just the hip. Now the pose that we're going to do is a really interesting posture. We have a name for it in English. We call it the fire log. So keep your calf perpendicular to your thigh. So the knee is at 90 degrees. So it's not in, perpendicular. Keep even the top leg perpendicular. So you've got this knee on this foot and this foot on this knee. It looks innocuous, looks very simple, but you'll find it's a tremendous stretch on the glutes, hips. The beautiful thing with forward folds is that you just have to relax. You don't have to do anything. Gravity is doing the work. Just have to give yourself the time. Soham, deep breathing. Let's change the side. Now that we've opened the hips, it's time to start to open out the hamstrings. So let's begin with Triyanga. So bend the right knee, Triyanga, three-faced, Mukha Ekapad, one leg, Paschimottanasana. Start to move the glute out. You can even move the flesh out of the calf so the knee is protected. Now push the ball of the foot forward. That protects the back of the knee. You're not doing this, pushing the ball of the foot forward. You can use a towel if you need. Eventually, elbows on the floor. You can hold your wrist. So the stomach's coming closer to your thigh. The second posture here is here like this. And we're going to take up Janu Shirshasana. Similar pose. So first just stretch the outside like this. And start. Pull in the core, look at your toe. Push the ball of the foot. Elbows down. Just allowing the body to drop. From there, put the left hand here, the right up and over. And if you're comfortable now, take the left hand here, interlock your fingers, looking up. Parivrata, rotated, Janu Shirshasana. Change. Do it on the other side. So stretch the right leg out. Move the right glute out. Bend the left knee. Move the flesh of the calf out so that you're relaxing the ligaments here. Push the ball of the foot out. Breathe in. Drawing in the core. Start to drop down. Stretch the spine. So don't round the back, stretch the spine. You want your stomach to the thigh, not the forehead to the knee per se. Left leg out, like this. Janu Shirsh. Janu knee, Shirsh is head. You can even hold your wrist. And finally, Parivrata, so twisted. So right hand on the left knee, the left hand comes up and over. Possibly right hand down. And coming back. Our last pose, Paschimottanasana. Stretch, move the glutes out, stretch the balls of the feet out, the forward fold. So we've been training all this while for this posture. Looking at the toes, pushing with the balls of the feet, elbows in. See that you're stretching your lower back. And as a counter pose to that, take your palms behind your hips, start to stretch your toes. You can even place your feet like this, bend the knees. And change. And finish our vinyasa. You'll find that your Parvatasana and all the forward folds are a lot easier now. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. And we finish in Shavasana. So drop down. The legs are just slightly apart. So for the next 5 minutes, you're going to rest the body. So first just bring the knees to the chest. Relax any stiffness of the lower back. And now stretch and lie down. Allow your body to sink into the floor. Allow all the tension that you carry through the day to just sink away into the flow. Relax your right fingertips, palm, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder. Your left fingertips, palm, forearm, elbows, upper arm, shoulder. Relax your chest, stomach, hips, lower back, thighs, knees, calves, ankle, heel, foot and toes. Relax your face and head. Relax your whole body, and your whole body. Inhale, the stomach rises, chest expands. Exhale, chest and stomach drop. From toe to head, inhale, fresh prana. Exhale all the stiffness for 5 slow breaths. And now, move your fingers, toes. Begin to stretch your body. Turn to a side for a few seconds. Coming up to sit. Sitting in either Siddhasana, one heel on the perineum, other heel above, top 2 toes, the top toes in, the bottom toes up, or Sukhasana, the fingers, Jnana Mudra, palms on the knees.